I'm here at Botto's Italian Family Line Restaurant over in Swedesboro, New Jersey. Tim Qualls along with my good friend Joe Richmond for Botto's Got Game. And when I talk about Botto's Got Game, we're going to talk about everything Botto's has to offer, but more than that, Kingsway High School definitely got game.
Yes, sir.
And I'm excited tonight. First of all, let me just give my co-host a little bit of plug here. Formerly of the world famous Harlem Globetrotters.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, if you don't know him, you do now. And then, of course, the ambassador to the 80s. Let's talk about the 87ers real quick.
Yes, sir.
Delaware's
G League team.
Yeah.
The Philadelphia 76ers G League team, which is the Gatorade League. We're doing good. Play our games right there at the Bob Carpenter Center. You can go to sevens.com. Anything social media, hashtag basketball has power. I am the ambassador of basketball for the Delaware 87ers, which means I go out to the community, the schools, hospitals, and do things like that. Anything outreach for the club.
And you've been doing that for years, as a former Harlem Globetrotter.
Yes, sir.
And just holding clinics and things like
for
that.
my nonprofit, I Am Focused Finance.
You're right,
yes.
right. So you've been doing that for years. So it kind of was a perfect
yes,
fit.
It was an easy fit.
Yeah, perfect fit for you. Because you've got to be excited, Joe, because I want to get this out there for folks that don't know. Delaware's got to be excited because we're actually getting a new facility down on the riverfront.
Yes.
With the 87ers.
Yes.
Going to be playing in, but more than that, it's going to be used for a lot of different things.
Yes, and that's going to truly be exciting. The Philadelphia 76ers is going to build a state-of-the-art facility down in Wilmington off of Route 13, near the waterfront area, and it's going to be so exciting for the community, and not just the Wilmington community, but the state, the community as a whole, because as you just said, they're going to have so many different things going on, basketball courts, turf, and they're going to have a lot of stuff going on down there.
High schools playing in there, a lot of different things.
And a lot of the Sixers.
State-of-the-art facility. Yes. In fact, I saw the thing, they're kind of calling it the 76ers clubhouse right now.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And I want to say a special thanks to the staff at the 87ers, Governor Markell and Mayor Przicki down there. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to that happening. But let's bring our attention back to Kingsway Regional High School.
Man, oh man.
I'm so excited tonight because we've got coming on the show something that I didn't realize was even considered in high school. You know, the kids getting involved with community through Habitat
for Humanity.
Yeah,
and that's something that you know of, Tim, because you guys have done a lot for it in Delaware. You guys covered them. They've done things down at the Rodney Square that you guys were a part of, and now to see them in the high school, that's totally different.
Yeah, you got an ex-president of the United States involved. You got NBA stars. You got all these people involved with Habitat for Humanity now going to the high school level, and the amount of kids that's involved with this. I'm looking forward to that segment coming up on the program.
Yes,
I want to remind you over here at Botto's Italian Line Family Restaurant in Swedesboro, New Jersey. Anything and everything. They got the catering that they deliver, bring it out, you pick it up. Got the store next door.
Banquet hall.
Not to mention the facilities here, the restaurant itself.
Beautiful.
This is the lounge area that we're in, and they got the nice, I call it the honeymoon suite, as far as the other side goes. And then you have that banquet hall you mentioned, carry up to 150 people there. Got another banquet facility upstairs, carry up to 40.
Amazing.
I mean, and then the food.
And when the weather's right, they have the outside deck.
Yeah, I can't wait to see what Henry's going to do for us tonight. You don't want to go anywhere. We're going to get the show started and everything and come back and bring up the kids from Kingsway High School. I want to give a special thanks to June over at Kingsway High School because she works hard for us every week.
Yes, she does.
To recruit people to come over from the high school over here to Botto's and show up here.
And we don't want people to think she don't work hard because they got like 78 coaches over there.
Oh, I'm telling you, yeah. And I want to thank our crew, which we never do. Of course, Frankfurt. I don't know what he does, but
he's a genius with that laptop.
Our floor director,
Dapple, second to none.
No, nobody does it
and
better.
And my baby girl, Denise.
If
it wasn't for her, we wouldn't even know when to show up.
She's got that switcher down.
Yes, sir.
I got to talk nice because she can switch us off, too. So what she's getting ready to do right now, because we got to take a quick commercial break, and we're going to come back here with Kingsway High School for more of
Botto's Got Game.
Hi everybody, I'm Ron Boss from Spirit Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram located in Swedesboro, New Jersey. And today we want to go over a couple of quick fall, winter tech tips to keep you on the road and to keep you safe. So one of the first things we want to look at is your air filter. Okay, the air filter is really important because that's what helps the vehicle breathe. A dirty air filter can make a lot of things. So brand new one versus an old one helps your car breathe better, last longer. And also make sure you check all your other fluids, including your washer fluid. So the next thing you want to check is your tire pressure. Tire pressure is very important for a lot of reasons. Gets you better gas mileage, can throw your car off and on alignment, and also is very important when it comes to longevity of care in your tire. Like I said, if it goes low or if it's too much, you may end up putting more tires on than you want to. So it's important that if you're not sure of the tire pressure, you can either check your owner's manual or bring it into us, and we'd be more than happy to check it at no charge. And of course, the importance of an oil change goes without saying. The more you change the oil, the longer your car is going to last. All of these services are available here at Spirit Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, located in Swedesboro, New Jersey, 1945 Kings Highway. Once again, Ron Voss here from Spirit Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, located in Swedesboro, New Jersey. Bring your car in. We want to see you.
The Boss Brothers have been up for any challenge and driven to solve any problem for longer than most can remember. In the game of football, they've often been credited with inventing the helmet. The first test resulted in only a minor concussion. Today, the Boss Brothers can be seen at Spirit Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in the heart of Swedesboro, New Jersey. You may not get many answers about their past, but one thing's for certain, they will get you the very best deal on a new Chrysler Dodge Jeep or Ram, regardless of your credit. Spirit.
Welcome back here to Botto's Got Game. Once again from Botto's Restaurant in Swedesboro, New Jersey. We got an exciting show for you. I'm happy to bring up as our guest on tonight's show, because as we always do, Kingsway High School, we say got game. And they got game in so many different ways, it's unbelievable. Over 70, first of all, who am I speaking with?
My name is Christian Ward.
Christian, now you're a teacher, I think?
I'm a teacher at Kingsway. I'm a history teacher, and I'm also the advisor of Habitat for Humanity.
And when you're talking about that, this time of year especially, the giving part of it and everything else, but to have, there again, another thing at Kingsway High School that I've never heard of in any other place. Not to say it ain't happening, but
But to my knowledge as well, too.
The high school, with inside the high school,
Yes.
Habitat for Humanity.
Yes, there's a chapter in Gloucester County, and we have our own charter in the high school. So we fall under the Gloucester County charter.
Right.
So we basically raise money and we work with them to help families in need in the area.
What a great way, because once again, as many students as you guys have over there, to get all these, kids involved with something.
Yes.
Then we talk about sports and everything else. And we got a young lady sitting down here at the end. What is your name?
Sydney Canatella.
And she's, I guess, she's the foreman of the construction. No, I'm just kidding.
She's our secretary.
Yeah, but you do some things.
I thought she did some welding or something.
Yeah. Now, are you a freshman or sophomore, junior?
I'm a senior. Yeah.
A senior this year.
Surprising, yeah.
Hey, everybody looks young over here. I'm looking at the coach thinking I'm talking to a student.
Maybe it's just us, Tim.
Yeah, I'm telling you, we're getting old, But to get involved, I mean, what a special thing, at your age especially.
Yeah, I've been involved with Habitat since sophomore year. Well, I signed up freshman year, but I didn't really go to a lot of the meetings, sadly. But sophomore year was
you were
main
there.
year.
Yeah.
And it really helps to know that a lot of the students in the school, there's a ton of students in the club with us, and it's just
150 students.
Yeah, it's
150 students involved with it. Yeah. What do you do with Habitat? I mean,
I kind of just keep things organized. I write down all of our ideas for any fundraisers that we have, make sure that people are attending and keep track of attendance for.
You walk around with a clipboard?
Yeah, no,
Yeah, over here. Yeah, he's a foreman. I told you she was a foreman. But what do you, at your young age, to get involved with something like this, what's it mean to you? I mean,
it means a lot. I always liked helping people, and just knowing that I have another way of doing that makes me feel good about myself to help people. people.
Yeah, well, yeah, it does. I mean, that's what it's all. Especially, we're in the holiday season. Christmas time coming up here. And to get involved with things like that is something. How did you go about getting kids interested in volunteering for Habitat?
Well, I tell you what, at Kingsway, it's really easy. Our school community, everyone is willing to help, whether it be with their time, energy, or with money. But it's actually an easy job.
Yeah.
Because we have a very generous community.
Well, when you're talking about that, because there's always, Joe, you know as well as I do, we've talked about it over and over again, how many different things there are to do at Kingsway High School.
Well, the thing about that, it tells you to the diversity of the school and the diversity of the community. And it's amazing when you look at Habitat for Humanity and we're talking about sports. This is truly a segue because most of your NBA athletes, Major League Baseball, football players, they're all a part of the national brand, which is Habitat for Humanity. And you see them out in the different communities. And Christian, talk to the point because you always talk about everything. You can do a lot and you want to do a lot of outreach, but you guys really depend on a lot of volunteers and a lot of donations. Talk to that a little bit as well, and the things that you do.
Well, the third Saturday of every month, we go out to a site and we help build the site, whatever it may be. It could be painting, it could be doing the yard work. We're just helping out with that. But also we raise money.
Right.
I believe last year alone, our high school raised upwards of $5,000.
Oh wow! Yeah.
Kingsway.
It is.
Yes.
Now, what do you do? What's some of the things that you do to raise this money that people viewing this right now can say, hey, that's something we want to get involved with?
Well, one thing we do is we go to the warehouse and we build crafts, and they sell the crafts in the Pittman store, the reuse store, and we also do something called a penny wars. And it's a competition within the school, and it gets pretty competitive. I want to say everyone, 75% of the school is participating, and they're raising money. At the end of the year, we're going to do a volleyball tournament.
Okay.
It's a themed volleyball tournament, and that's a big fundraiser as well.
Yeah, because we got our next week's guest are going to be the girls volleyball team. So
Oh, man.
Together for next week's guest. But when you're talking about fundraisers and getting people outside the high school, I guess when you talk about buying the crafts, I mean, as kids, you ain't going to buy each other's crafts. I know that.
Yeah.
So you mentioned something about the Pittman store. What is that?
That's the restore?
The restore.
Yes.
They at the Pittman store, people can donate, things they don't need, but they also sell crafts, like homemade crafts. You can go into the store, you can buy paint that people don't need, or furniture, refrigerators. But again, they do have the crafts. For example, last couple of weeks we made snowmen for them.
Wow.
And we raised about $1,000.
Oh, wow.
And they sold them in the store, we sold them at our craft show.
Now the kids come up with the ideas and what
Yes.
to create
Our
and all
Teams
that.
export, yeah.
Yeah. Now, you're senior graduating this year. Once you get involved, you're never out of it. So
No, that's Habitat is a club that I look for in colleges too, because I just want to keep doing it because it means a lot.
Yeah. Now, where are you going to go?
Yes.
Go to college.
Well, like what ones I'm applying for?
Yeah.
Salisbury Honors College is my number one.
Okay. Wow.
I applied for Arcadia.
Yes, good school.
Yeah.
Brains. Brains. Yeah, I'm telling you, when you start talking about those kind of things, so you're not set on where you're going to go, but wherever you go, Habitat for Humanity is going to be a big part of it. I can see that. I can see that you're the type that's going to stay in it. I hate to say it, but you'll probably be out there with Jimmy Carter someday building houses. Because he's still doing it. Yeah,
Still doing it,
Yeah,
yes.
he's still doing it. We're going to let you stay here. We're going to take a break and bring up another student. Lots of luck to you, young lady, and thanks so much for all the efforts you do for
Thank you.
Habitat for Humanity. So we're just going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be back here at Botto's Italian Line Family Restaurant in Swedesboro,
New Jersey.
for more of
Botto's got game.
The Boss Brothers have been up for any challenge and driven to solve any problem for longer than most can remember. In the game of football, they've often been credited with inventing the helmet. The first test resulted in only a minor concussion. Today, the Boss Brothers can be seen at Spirit Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in the heart of Swedesboro, New Jersey. You may not get many answers about their past, but one thing's for certain, they will get you the very best deal on a new Chrysler Dodge Jeep or Ram, regardless of your credit.
Spirit.
back here to Botto's Family Italian Line Restaurant and store and all that. Everything's here, Botto sausages and all. We are now talking with the folks from Habitat of Humanity from Kingsway High School. Now, teaching school, Christian, we'll get back to you for a second. Teaching school and all, how much of the Habitat takes of your day, or is it?
We do a few things, maybe a few hours a week. It's a lot of planning, for the events. Again, we do the third Saturday of every month. So it takes a little bit of planning, but it's not too much. And the exec board, I have a great bunch of kids that they do off work.
Yeah, well,
I just give a little bit of the credit.
He says that with a smile on his face. Says, introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Rithik. I'm the executive chair on fundraising for Habitat for Humanity. So a lot of what I do is I help set up the fundraisers, talk about what kind of stuff we're going to be doing, help get the word out to the other general members, and then at the events themselves, I help to organize them, tell people what to do, sort of delegate the event along with Mr. Ward.
Yeah, now are you going to Harvard or Yale?
Columbia, brother.
Applied to Princeton.
Princeton, I know it's somewhere. I know it's Ivy League.
I'm like hearing him speak right away. I'm thinking, well, he's at. Yeah, now, you're a senior this year?
Yes.
Yeah, so you've applied for Princeton already?
Yes.
So you're excited about going there? And
Well, hopefully. It's tough.
yeah.
It's really tough to get
You
into.
ain't got nothing to worry
I'll
about.
tell you, just mention my name, I'll give you my card.
Don't mention his name. But getting involved. What's it done for you personally? Because you're at a young age. I mean, the kids don't. It's so hard to get kids. But Kingsway's a little bit different. You get involved in doing the part that you do. What fulfillment is it doing for you?
For me, I think that it really helps not just us, the exec board, who do a lot of the stuff, but even the general members. It gives them a way to feel that they have a positive impact on their community, their environment. Because if you think about what you're doing, you're helping the homeless, you're helping people that are disadvantaged, can't provide for themselves. We're helping build them homes, we're raising money for the people that can do more for them with shelter, clothing, food. It's really the name itself, Habitat for Humanity. It's students being able to work for humanity in whatever way they can, whether it's doing everything themselves, like pounding in nails, or even just helping encourage their friends to donate pennies. There's a lot of stuff you can do that make a difference in.
I'm going to take a break. Just let him talk. I'll be back.
He's a good guy.
And now I can see why you say you kind of turn it over to the students, and they're very much into it. They are full-heartedly into it. Some of the ideas. I mean, how do you go about creating? We need to raise some money. Is it a group of you get together and kind of throw things around, or how do you go about figuring out what you're going to do?
So we have the executive board. I think Mr. Ward talked about that a little bit earlier, where it's about 7 of us who have been in the club for a little bit longer. We sort of know how it works. We know what needs to be done, and we also have the general members, which is the students who sort of joined the club more recently. They have an interest in maybe leading it in the future. They're just playing their part in it, so that's up to 50 members or more. And when it comes to coming up with ideas, the executive members, we sort of sit down, discuss what we want to do, what new things we might try to do. Like this year, instead of a cat tower fundraiser, we looked into doing a plank art where it's a snowman on one side and Jack, what's on the other side? Scarecrow on the other side. And this idea, we sort of talked about it a little bit. We brought it up at general meetings, and after working with Mr. Ward on more of the logistics of how to get the wood and how to get the stuff done, we ended up being able to raise over $800. And the idea went from just something we talked about among 7 of us to something that at least 20 of us came together to work on and sold to more than
Well, you got to be excited just to, it has to be something for the kids to see that from start to finish, the fulfillment of that.
It really is. I've coached several different sports. I'm a teacher. But it's just refreshing for kids just to show up and like, what can I do? What can I do to help people that they don't know? Like, they'll probably never meet these people, and they're just giving of their time, again, giving their energy. And that's
today's time. That's to get a kid to do anything. I can't get mine to take the trash out. Get away from the video games long enough. To get out there and get involved with the community. Fantastic young man. Have you ever gotten anything other than an A in life?
I have received a few 90s and 89s.
I was just wondering,
And I want to get back to what you were talking about when you did the not knowing these people. Habitat for Humanity has a veteran build, and the Doors for Hope. How do you guys merge, or do you guys interact, or do you guys assist or branch out with them as well to get the kids interactive? Because it's always about the veterans when you talk about these type of projects and these type of endeavors. So do you guys kind of merge or segue with them as well?
Well, we do as much as we can, but Habitat, it's a world-class organization.
Yes.
They have so many different projects. You mentioned the Doors for Hope. I mean, that was they were selling those. They were selling professionally made doors.
Yes.
We didn't have an opportunity to get involved in that, but we do whatever we can. If they call us, we're going to be there and we'll give our time.
I remember you talking about going back to the warehouse and doing certain things, and that's why I was asking. And also, when Sydney was up here, she was talking about looking at schools that may allow her to still be a part of Habitat.
Yeah.
With you going to Princeton, how would that, you know what I mean?
Well, if I go to Princeton, but Habitat for Humanity, like Mr. Ward just said, it's global, it's all over the country, and definitely something I've been thinking about is how I can continue, not just Habitat for Humanity, but some of the other activities I do in college. And Habitat for Humanity, there's definitely a chapter you can find no matter where you are in the country. And I know that Princeton, they do have quite a few of them in North Jersey. And if you try to go down sort of the south of the East Coast, there's tons of other chapters there, and you can definitely sign up very easily.
Yeah, well, and we got to wrap up this segment. Chris, I'm going to get back to you and say hats off to you. We talk about the students and everything else, but yours is, you might be a teacher, but it's still volunteer for doing things like this outside of, your teaching duties, and that's, giving back to that community.
I mean, that's what teachers do. You can't just it's not a 9-to-5 job.
Yeah. It never stops.
But it's refreshing. Again, when you're working with great young people like these two students, it's easy.
Kingsway High School, how long have you been there now?
I've been there 11 years.
Yeah, wow. What unbelievable. We talked to so many different coaches and teachers, and the longevity of the teachers there and the coaches and stuff. Everybody just involved with it and the full time. We have yet to meet anybody bad from Kingsway High School.
It's a great school.
Yes.
It's a great school.
Yeah. Well, put your hands together for once again Kingsway's High School Habitat for Humanity. We'll be back right here at Botto's for more right after this break. For Botto's Got Game.
The Boss Brothers have been up for any challenge and driven to solve any problem for longer than most can remember. In the game of football, they've often been credited with inventing the helmet. The first test resulted in only a minor concussion. Today, the Boss Brothers can be seen at Spirit Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in the heart of Swedesboro, New Jersey. You may not get many answers about their past, but one thing's for certain, they will get you the very best deal on a new Chrysler Dodge Jeep or Ram, regardless of your credit. Spirit.
Welcome back here to Botto's. I'm telling you, Botto's got game.
The best part of the show.
Botto's got game. Botto's got some of the best food in the world. And Henry here with
That's my game. That's my court.
Enrico Botto here with us. You were back in the kitchen. I mean, this is the holiday season. You guys are...
This is our playoff season.
Yeah, you guys are swamped. I mean, I'm looking at Henry coming out. He's got...
I'm all disheveled.
Yeah, he's got stuff all over. But you've been whipping up some meals.
5 o'clock shadow.
But you've been whipping up some meals tonight.
It was a nice night tonight. Some nice dinner parties tonight. Company Christmas gatherings and stuff.
Yeah, because I know you must have had 200 people in this place. Yeah,
Great crowd.
Yeah.
We had a banquet going on. We had a party in the bridal suite. We had a party in the balcony. We did dinners.
Party going on in here. And a lot of people. But as we always do when it comes to Botto's, I mean, you got the banquet facilities. We talk about, you got the restaurant here, you got the lounge here, you got the patio when the season's right.
Supermarket.
You got the supermarket next door. But you know,
Off-premise catering.
that's what I want to get to. The catering you guys do, 'cause we don't. You know, it was something I didn't know you did. You know.
Well, you know, it's how our business started. You know, my mother and my brother Robert started the business in the late 80s, doing takeout pans of food and everything like that, and it's grown.
Yeah.
People, thank goodness, touch wood, they want us to cook for them, so we're here to do the job.
Well, of course, we have Kingsway High School on, as we do each and every week, doing their segment of the show, and you guys work with Kingsway to be sure those players are getting the nourishment they need.
We do pregame meals for them. We do banquets for them at the end. We got the cross-country dinner Thursday night. We did the soccer dinner last week, so
Yeah.
we want to make sure everyone in the area eats good and make sure there's athletes are nice, strong, and healthy.
Yeah, well,
That's why they're so successful.
Yeah, well, that's it. Something's working over here.
We make salad for the wrestling team. Because they got to watch their weight.
The coaches look like kids.
Yes, they do.
The kids don't look like they should be in high school.
Something in the ingredients.
Yeah, so they're doing something. Now, tonight, I mean, I'm excited about what you have. Let's talk about this first of all, Henry. What are we looking
We did
at?
a little bar food and lunch food tonight. So tonight this is the chicken cutlet broccoli, chicken Diablo sandwich. Sorry, I'm so used to saying chicken cutlet broccoli rabe. It's one of our other good sandwiches. This is chicken Diablo. It's chicken cutlets, melted fresh mozzarella, sauteed spinach, and crushed cherry peppers on it.
Wow.
So it's call it like a hoagie spread on top of it. So
Well, that's what I want to tell people, because I always came over here for dinner, and then I started coming by to check on things. We started having lunch, and I'm amazed at the sandwiches. The burger, I'll put that burger against anybody's burger in this world. You know, I was just blown away with the club sandwiches you guys have. This is something I haven't tried, chicken Diablo.
chicken Diablo.
Yeah.
It's a fan favorite here.
For some reason, you got a lot of Italian foods going on. But
My Reuben and Schnitzel is working.
But speaking of something now, because you come out and Joe grabbed this plate right away, and I said, Joe, we got to get it on TV first, because he wanted to eat it. I mean, what are we looking at there?
That's a little appetizer I came up with about a year and a half ago. I went to a different pub. I won't mention any names, but they had like a bacon appetizer on their menu. And I said, you know what? It was just a crispy bowl of bacon. I said, I can get that on any breakfast buffet. I could do that in my deep fryer. I said, I'm going to come up with something better. This is our sriracha bacon. It's
smell is unreal.
double cut bacon layered with brown sugar, sriracha sauce, slow roasted. And then
Joe,
we crisp it up a little on service.
I just
It's
want
got
them to get a
glaze
good
on it.
picture of this.
I'm holding on to the plate too. Joe trying to act like he's doing it for the camera.
Yeah.
Take a bite of that, Joe, and I'm going
Man,
to
oh,
remind everybody
man,
once
look
again,
at this.
this is a Botto's Italian line family restaurant over in Swedesboro, New Jersey. This is one of your best chefs, cooks out there. You definitely, what do you think, Joe? This is your plate, Joe.
It is so tender.
I don't want you dripping no more of the drool. I don't know what drool and what not. So,
It's so tender, man.
So we cook it nice and slow. Make sure it stays tender and not chewy.
Is it like a smoky flavor like this?
The natural flavor for the bacon. And then, like I said, it's very simple. It's just sriracha and brown sugar.
well, they tell me I got to go. Until next time, for more of Botto's Got Game.
Oh, so good, man.
The Boss Brothers have been up for any challenge and driven to solve any problem for longer than most can remember. In the game of football, they've often been credited with inventing the helmet. The first test resulted in only a minor concussion. Today, the Boss Brothers can be seen at Spirit Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in the heart of Swedesboro, New Jersey. You may not get many answers about their past, but one thing's for certain, they will get you the very best deal on a new Chrysler Dodge Jeep or Ram, regardless of your credit.
Spirit.